Good afternoon, Liberty High School, and welcome to your fall show.
We are so excited you're here celebrating the fall season with us.
Plenty of amazing stories to cover today, ranging from fashion to sports to Halloween haunt.
We hope you're all having a great Halloween so far and are in great spirits. Now let's go ahead and get started. I'm Grace Halter.
I'm Cadence Breyer.
I'm Alex Cronin.
And I'm Charlie Marshall.
And this is
KLHS. Good afternoon, Jays. It's officially fall, so let's start this show off with some football. A few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to sit down with Chiefs rookie linebacker Leo Chanel and ask him all about the transition from college to the pros. So let's check it out right now.
Trying to make it to the NFL is very challenging, and it takes a lot of work, and not everyone is cut out for it.
I'm Leo Chanel, linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Leo Chanel tells us all about his transition from college to the big leagues.
At the time, I'm learning the playbook and putting so much pressure on myself, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And then at the same time, you got school. We gotta be a full-time student, stay up late nights studying, doing homework, stuff like that. It was really tough for me. So I struggled, made a lot of mistakes. And then now going to the NFL, it makes it a lot more, a lot easier being able to go through that and being able to understand concepts more.
LHS has a few of their own athletes, including star wide receiver Ricky Amarazi. Let's see his side, as he is also heading to a Big Ten school after this year.
I'm looking at developing in their program and academics. They're a really good academic school, so I'm looking forward to that, getting my degree and having Northwestern under my name too with that. It's just great because in my opinion, that's the best conference. So I'm gonna be playing with guys that are going to the league and stuff like that.
Both Amarazi and Chanel have different recruitment stories on how they landed on the college they eventually committed to.
So there was a time where a lot of schools were coming by and stopping by, and then Northwestern happened to be one of them.
My brother and I kind of got on the radar pretty late. We started going to camps my sophomore year, his junior year. We were starting to go to camps, combines, whatever, kind of late in our career. So things were really heating up in a short amount of time. And
then the wide receiver coach that came by, he came and talked to me, and then from there it just started, he started calling me.
And Wisconsin offered an in-state kid.
And then got me up there for a visit, and then I liked what I saw, and then they offered me.
And I committed a day after I was offered.
With Leo heading out of the Big Ten and Ricky headed in, Leo has some pretty powerful advice to share with Ricky and anyone on a similar journey.
Don't be too hard on yourself. Criticism, as long as it's constructive towards yourself, is always good. You should never, be like, oh, I don't care about this or that. Be hard on yourself, but not to the point where it's bringing you down. Always just trust the process. If you're putting in the work, you should never worry, because you're gonna, get the most potential out of yourself. So just never bring yourself down. Always have that positive mindset.
We're extremely excited to see what Ricky can do at the University of Northwestern and what Leo can do for Kansas City in the future. With that, I'm Charlie Marshall signing off from KLHS.
Thank you, Brooks, Lauren, Charlie, and Morgan. I'm excited to see Leo play and wish him the very best. It's very cool to see some of our LHS athletes get recruited by D1 colleges as well. Something else I love to see is a local business preparing for all the fall fashion to come. Catfish and Tater is a woman-owned independent business here in downtown Liberty. Our reporters Olivia, Grace, Claire, and Tishawn give us an inside look on how they are preparing for the fall season.
As the leaves start to change and the temperature drops, fall fashion begins to emerge in the halls at Liberty High School. Catfish and Tater is a local boutique that works to stay up to date on all the fall fashion trends in order to supply teenagers and adults alike with the modern styles.
During like the fall season, usually we get like a really big rush at the beginning of the season because everyone wants to get sweaters and warm clothes, or they outgrew what they had last year. So sales definitely go up a lot. And then you get like right into Christmas time and everyone's wanting to get a new outfit for Thanksgiving or a new outfit for Christmas or gifts for people. So I'd definitely say our sales are probably gonna go up.
In order to stand out, the boutique has to figure out ways to bring in unique items while continuing to stay on trend. The environment of the space also plays a large role in attracting customers.
I think, like I said before, is you find unique things. Like, we only order one thing once. This is like a very like personal feel to it. Like, the owner works really hard to make it special, and she's put a lot of like work into the place. She did the floors all by herself. She made the desk by herself. She handpicks all of our items. It's meant to be a personalized experience.
I shop at Catfish and Tater because I love supporting locally owned businesses, and they have a really cute selection of fall clothes, and they're unique, and their workers are always so welcoming.
Keeping consumers satisfied doesn't come without a challenge, and every year the owner sources items that are with trend and forecasting trend.
I think fashion is turning from like the look to comfort now, and so it's cute and comfortable. It's what our owner's seeing.
My favorite collection is their fall collection, just because they have some really cute flannels and a variety of sweaters.
We sell a lot of like the flackets, or the flannel jackets as people like to call them. We get a ton of these in. We have all different colors, thicknesses, like cropped ones, non-cropped ones. It's just a good piece to like throw over like a little tank top, a long sleeve shirt, and everybody loves it.
Catfish and Tater is located at 4 North Main Street on the Liberty Square. Don't forget to stop by and check out this local boutique while the fall collection is still in season. This has been Olivia DeVolt signing off for KLHS.
Thank you for that package over at Catfish and Tater. What a beautiful boutique. I've always loved shopping local, and especially when it's in such a great area. I will definitely need to shop there and buy a cute sweater for fall. Next, we have a package over one of the top places in Kansas City that people are always talking about and wanting to visit, which is Worlds of Fun, and more specifically, Haunt. Well, without further ado, let's take an in-depth view on Haunt.
Halloween Haunt is a seasonal event hosted every year by Worlds of Fun, in which they decorate the park with spooky decorations and even scare actors. We talked to one of those actors, Caleb Gieselman, to get an inside scoop on what it's really like working there and what goes into setting it up.
It's fun to work at Haunt because it's mainly because you get to scare the crap out of people. But like the whole process of like getting hired and stuff, that's the most boring part. But usually the people you're around and just the whole vibe of it is just a pretty fun experience.
It sounds like a pretty good gig, but that comes with a price of having to sit through makeup.
Okay, so the makeup process, you clock in, you get your costume, and then you change your costume, go to the makeup line, and depending on the day, it could take upwards of an hour and a half to 2 hours to get your makeup done. And that is probably the worst thing about it. But the makeup process, it takes you about 20-30 minutes, but you got to get there early because they take 2 at a time. Houses go first, the zones go last, because the zones, it's just sloppy makeup that they can just throw together.
Scare actors aren't the only draw to Haunt, though. The props and haunted houses are what really pull you into the spooky setting. We asked Caleb what it takes to get those decorations set up.
During the off-season, a lot of the outside props, we'll put them into a warehouse, and then around end of August into September, we start setting up things for Haunt. But it's mainly just outside stuff. A lot of the houses, they just stay the same. We'll go through and they'll just sanitize everything, clean it up, make it look and smell nice. But at the end of the day, the houses, they stay completely the same.
It isn't all jump scares and rainbows, though. Caleb describes the toll working at Haunt takes.
I mean, it does take a toll on you. Like the toll, you're working 7 hours, constantly screaming. The Haunt it's a good setup in how it is, and like going through makeup and stuff. Yeah, there's its ups and downs, but like at the end of the day, you're making like some good money scaring people, and you're having a blast while doing it. It really does put a smile on a lot of people's faces, but scaring some good people, like little girls and little boys, just you scare them and they're crying, and you do feel bad, but it's worth it at the end of the day.
Now, I plan on going to haunt a few more times before the Halloween season ends, but for KLHS, this has been Alex Cronin, Cadence Breyer, Angeline Stowers, and Cheyenne Franklin. Later, Jace.
It's looking like our fall show has come to an end.
Thank you all to the reporters who worked on today's show.
As well as our amazing behind-the-scenes crew.
And you guys, the viewers, for tuning in and making this possible. For KLHS, I'm Cadence Breyer.
I'm Alex Cronin.
I'm Charlie Marshall.
And I'm Grace Halter.
Happy Halloween, Jays!